SHMACKEMAGOB and bang bang pizza skulls. What's up, everybody? I'm going to rank the Beatles albums, and I want to thank and plug my friend Eddie Canistracci, who has a YouTube channel here, and I just finished watching his Oasis ranking, and I was like, God, you know what? I have all the Oasis albums. I should rank those as well. But then I thought, but Eddie just did it, man. Let me hold off a little bit, and I'll do the Beatles. Because he did mention the Beatles, and I was like, I own all the Beatles albums, so I should rank them. So I put them all here. Now, this ain't an album, so I'm not going to put it as part of it. But seriously, I would say this is really the best Beatles. The mono remaster, whatever you want to call it. This is the mono remaster version because I own the mono box set. But I can't add it here because it's just a compilation of singles. But my God, I mean, there's some songs, yeah, I could take out. But even those early singles, like, oh man, I Call Your Name and I Feel Fine and This Boy. I mean, I love those songs. And then you have like Paperback Writer and Hey Jude, I'm Down, Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Rain. Just amazing stuff. But I can't add this. But if I was, this would be number one. As the Beatles would say, the top-a-most to the pop-a-most. Something like that. I don't remember. Alright, so here we go. Oh, I have it upside down. Alright, my least favorite. Now, I love all the Beatles albums, but the one I put at the bottom I don't like. Except for one song. Hey Bulldog. Yellow Submarine. I never liked the song Yellow Submarine. Only a Northern song, is boring. All Together Now is a Sesame Street song I can do without. It's all too much, boring, and I don't like All You Need Is Love. I never liked that song. But Hey Bulldog rules. And side 2 is just a bunch of, original score composed by George Martin, where it sounds like, I don't know, it's classical music, but classical music's for the mentally impaired, I would say. So that's my least favorite. Alright? Now the rest of these are much better because I like several songs off even these at the bottom. So I would have to say the next would be their first album, Please Please Me. I don't like like Boys, I don't like. What else on here? Baby It's You is whatever. A Taste of Honey. Oh, I don't like that song at all. And There's a Place Alright. But my favorite, I Saw Her Standing There. I love Misery. I love Anna. I love Chains. Love that song. I want to tell you pretty baby. For the longest time I didn't know that was George Harrison. Please Please Me I like. Love Me Do. P.S. I Love You. That one's borderline. I do like it, but it's borderline there. But anyway, alright. Then, and it's kind of in order now, but not no more. After this, it won't be in order. I love this album, but it's down there because, Roll Over Beethoven. Oh, and doesn't this have Kansas City? No, that's not on here. But, Little Child I can do without. Devil in Your Heart, Not a Second Time. But what would be my favorite on here would be All My Lovin'. But I love, love, love that cover of Please Mr. Postman. Just love the hell how John Lennon, he's got that raspy voice, in it. It's awesome. It Won't Be Long is awesome. I like Don't Bother Me. That's early. Probably the earliest, I would say the earliest George Harrison song. I think so, yeah. Yeah, unless he wrote something on Past Masters. But Don't Bother Me. And I know this is going to be controversial and people aren't going to agree with me, and I get it. But George Harrison's my least favorite Beatle. That's right. I like Ringo even more. That's the TV of the guy renting my garage. That's what you're hearing in the background. I think it's a TV. It sounded like a female's voice, or maybe he has a female over. Oh, this could get a little naughty. Till There Was You, I love. I love that song. Money. Good stuff, but it's way down there. Now this one, yeah, now it's getting, these, you know, the top ones aren't hard to figure out for me, but these here were kind of tough. Where am I going to put these? Because they're almost tied. Next one I would say is For Sale. And this is Beatles, I mean, after in the thick of Beatlemania. Look how, they look tired as fuck. They're like, oh man. You know, because Jesus, what these four people went through. Have you seen the Ron Howard documentary, The Beatles in the U.S. or something like that? Oh, 8 Days a Week, that's what it's called. Man, I mean, that's some stressful stuff these guys went through. But, great album, man. No Reply, I'm a Loser, Baby in Black. I can care less about rock and roll music. I mean the song. Because I like rock and roll music. It rocks. I'll Follow the Sun. Love it. Beautiful McCartney tune. Here it is. Mr. Moonlight in Kansas City. Oh, I really dislike those songs. And then we got 8 Days a Week, Love. Words of Love. Good Buddy Holly cover. Honey Don't. Sorry, no. Don't like that one. Every Little Thing. It's cute. It's a cute one. I Don't Want to Spoil the Party is somewhat decent. What You Doing is, it's another cute one. Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby is alright. So there. Next. And a lot of these are early Beatles, but as you see, I love a lot of early. I love all eras of the Beatles. I love the early stuff, but you know, the later stuff is, I like a little more. That's why you're seeing a lot of the early stuff early on. And the next one is Hard Day's Night. I love pretty much every, is there a song I don't like on this album? Happy Just to Dance With You is probably, man, it's alright. But man, the rest. I love I'll Cry Instead, Things We Said Today. When I Get Home, and it's like whatever. You Can't Do That I don't like, but I love the anthology version, where it doesn't have those backing, you know, those repeating lines. But I love A Hard Day's Night, and this is an amazing movie. Timeless. Great comedy. I love that movie. I can't say that about the other Beatles movies. Hard Day's Night is hands down the best Beatles movie. Alright, now we're going to go so late that technically it's the last release. Not the last recording, but the last release is Let It Be. Yep, it's pretty low on the list, but I love Two of Us. Dig a Pony, Across the Universe, I Me Mine. Dig It's a throwaway track. Love Let It Be. Maggie May's a throwaway track. I got a feeling I really like, but I'm damn fucking sick of that song after watching that Get Back documentary. How many times did they play that? I believe they played it over 7 billion times on that documentary. I'm sick of it. I don't want to hear that song for a while after watching that. But I do like the song. One After 909 is cool. I have a Beatles, you know, one of the bootleg CDs where they did do One After 909 in the really early days. Love Long and Winding Road. For You Blue is, I don't care for it. And Get Back I love. But I love Let It Be Naked. It's cool. But I would prefer the Phil Spector version, like that. You know, especially on Long and Winding Road, how it has that orchestra, like kind of like the Chicks. Oh my God, it gives me fur. Check out my VIERA vault. We did a Beatles discography with this really cool dude called TikTok Man. That he thought I was anti-heterosexual for liking Long and Winding Road. He's not a fan. All right, here we go. Now we're going, and there's still a couple early ones here. But here's a little later one. Magical Mystery Tour. This one has some really songs I don't like. But it has songs I love. I love the title track. Now I got to open it up to see the track listing. I love Fool on the Hill. I don't care for Flying. I don't care for Blue Jay Way. Your Mother Should Know. That's one that John Lennon would call a Paul McCartney grandma song. I love that song. I'm the Walrus, classic as hell. Love Hello Goodbye. Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane is awesome. Baby You're a Rich Man and All You Need Is Love, I don't care for. But, and I love this album, man, with the book inside. You know, it's got pages. Be careful. See, I already messed it up. Look at that. What I just did. You saw it live on here. One of the staples came out. What a bomber. All right. Okay. Here's an early one, but I got to say that this is the last early one. And to me, it's the most underrated Beatles album. The best of the early ones. It was right when they were about to transition. I love Help. Now, the movie, I don't like it. I've tried. I still watch it from time to time. I think it's a little too, it looks just dated and not funny. A little try hard if you ask me. But the album, ooh, man, It's Only Love, which John Lennon does not like that song. Wow, that's such a great song. Love the title track, The Night Before. I said, oh, goodbye. You gotta love your, hide your love away. I Need You. Again, as I told you, Harrison. That one's okay, though. I mean, I wouldn't say it's bad. Another Girl I Love. You're gonna Lose That Girl I Love. Ticket to Ride is awesome. Act Naturally, probably my favorite song that Ringo sings. As I said, It's Only Love. You Like Me Too Much. Again, a Harrison song that I'm not too crazy about. Tell Me What You See. I dig it. I've Just Seen a Face, man. That would be my favorite off here. I've Just Seen a Face. Yesterday, never get sick of that one. I love it. Dizzy Miss Lizzy is a lazy song, but I still like it. All right, now we're getting to the later stuff. Now, this next one I'm going to hold up. In a way, it's their best album, I will admit. It's a game changer. It's what started really the album format. You know, I just, man, these albums, I'm putting it above. I just like them more, but I do understand why this is heralded as the greatest Beatles album. Because it is awesome. Take out that annoying George Harrison sitar song. You know, it's all filler. Yes, I even like the Grandma song, like When I'm 65. Lovely Rita. Little Help, the title track, Lucy in the Sky, Getting Better, Fixing a Hole, I love that song. She's Leaving Home, gorgeous. Have you seen Cheap Trick do it? Cheap Trick does it on the Sgt. Pepper album. Robin Zander, man, wow, does he deliver that song. For the Benefit of Mr. Kite, I like. What else? As I said, Lovely Rita, Good Morning, and my second favorite Beatles song of all time, and the best song on here, is A Day in a Life. It's a masterpiece. I would have to say it's tied for my favorite. It is the best Beatles song, but I know there's a Beatles song coming up that I would say is as good. But I love this. I do love this album, and I don't want to be that guy and be countercultural saying, oh no, this ain't as good as the rest. I'm telling you now, Sgt. Pepper is as good as every album I'm about to talk about now. I just feel like these albums connect more to me than this one, but this one is flat out amazing. I love it. Shout out to my friend Ruben De La Rosa that's not watching. That's his favorite Beatles album. And I'm like, you the man for thinking that. Because many people think that, and you're all the men and women that think Sgt. Pepper is the greatest Beatles album. I can't argue with that. But I like, for example, Abbey Road. I like it more. And here is where George Harrison rules. I love Something. I love Here Comes the Sun. I love George Harrison on this album. And of course, Come Together, Maxwell Silverhammer, Granny song, but it's a cute little ditty about a serial killer. Fucking crazy. Old Darling, for the longest time, before I became a huge Beatles fan, I always thought Old Darling was a cover like Fats Domino or something. But no, McCartney wrote that. And does he scream his ass off on that or what? Octopus's Garden, I can do without, but I like the anthology version more. I don't know, it just connects with me. Though I don't hate Octopus's Garden. I remember seeing a interview with Phil Anselmo, who's a huge Beatles fan, and he slammed that song. I Want You, She's So Heavy, love it. Then we go into side 2, where Here Comes the Sun. Love that song. And then it goes into the medley, which I love all the songs in the medley. Which is Because ain't part of it, but You Never Give Me Money. Sun King, Me, Mr. Mustard, Polythene Sam. She Came In Through the Bathroom Window. Awesome. And then it goes into the great bombastic ending of the Golden Slumbers melody with Carry That Weight in the end. And of course, the little edited version of Her Majesty at the end. But love it. I haven't been putting numbers, but this is at number 4. Okay. At number 3, and these are tough. I mean, it is tough when it comes. I mean, number 1 wasn't tough for me. Number 1 and 2 isn't tough for me. But starting with Help, Sgt. Pepper, and Abbey Road, those were kind of tortures. To say, is this album actually better than those? And I would say yes. The White Album. Of course, it has its weird shit on here, like, you know, of course, we all know Revelation number 9. I can do without, but I love. Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, my God. Glass Onion, my God. Obla Di, Obla Da, love it. My old guitar player was like, that's the worst Beatles song ever. When I saw Paul McCartney at the Joe Robbie Stadium, I don't know, like 11 years ago, when he played Obla Di, it got the best reaction all night. The place went nuts. I love that song. Wild Honey Pie? No. What the hell's that about? That's some Yoko influence shit there. But the continuing story of Bungalow Bill, I dig. Even though the chorus is a little too wacky. And Yoko sings on it. Ooh. I mean, one little line, thank God. Well, controversy now. While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I never liked that song. Never liked it. I don't know. Again, George Harrison. I know it's one that is loved by so many people. I just don't get it, you know? I mean, I understand why he would bring Eric Clapton to play guitar on it, because when he plays the guitar, it makes me sleep and weep, both. Don't like the song. I never did. There is an acoustic version on Anthology that I like a little better, but I'm still not a big fan of it. Happiness Is a Warm Gun, love it. And I think that is one of the songs that George Martin didn't want on the album. George Martin said this would have been a better album if they cut all the songs and made it one proper album. Well, if that would have happened, there wouldn't have been no Happiness Is a Warm Gun, so I'm glad he didn't get his way. Martha, My Dear, I love it. Paul wrote that about his dog. I'm So Tired, man, maybe my favorite. Let's keep going, but that might be my favorite on here. Love Blackbird. Love Piggies. There's a George Harrison song that I love on here. Rocky Raccoon's awesome. I love it. Don't Pass Me By, I dig. Why Don't We Do in a Road? Short, but awesome. I love it. I Will, again, short, but awesome. Julia, beautiful. John wrote that about his mom. Birthday is okay. It's kind of a novelty. It's not something I would say sucks, or I wouldn't say it's okay. It's just, I mean, wouldn't say it's great. Oh, it's okay. Your Blues is cool. You know, it's kind of raunchy and stuff, and I dig it. Mother Nature's Son, wow. You talk about, to me, the most underrated song on this album. Beautiful, beautiful Paul song. Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except for Me and My Monkey. I would say that is the song with the very first thrash metal riff. Gun, 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 gun. Come on, come on, gun, gun, gun. That's thrash, man. Okay, and then we got Sexy Sadie. What Have You Done? Love it. Helter Skelter. My Money, first metal song. Love it. Long, Long, Long. Isn't that a George song? I dig it. It's kind of like mellowish. Revolution number 1. It's pretty much Revolution, acoustic version. I love Honey Pie. Honey Pie. Savoy Truffle. Man, that song reminds me of like that song kind of like, it's like ahead of its time, I think. To me, it sounds more like a 70s type rock song. Love it. Cry Baby Cry, love it. And that's where the album ends for me. Because Revolution number 9 and Good Night, oh. But I gotta put this above everything I've already talked about. But I cannot put it above, which you all know, you all Beatles fans know, the next 2 albums are gonna hold up. They're pretty much, could be a double album, because they're very alike. And it's obviously my favorite era of the Beatles, right before Sgt. Pepper. So it's gotten down. It's hard to say because they're both so amazing. They're both alike. But I gotta pick one. What's it gonna be? Rubber Soul is my favorite, or Revolver? I would have to say Rubber Soul. Okay, barely, because they're pretty much identical. But this is at number 2, which shows I love this freaking album. Taxman, great George Harrison song. Eleanor Rigby, love it. I love that version on Anthology with no vocals. I think it's a very powerful classical piece. And a song that changed Ronnie James Dio. When he first heard Eleanor Rigby, he was like, damn, you can write a song about death and stuff. I mean, this is, again, ahead of its time. I'm Only Sleeping's a cool John Trippy tune. Love You Too, Harrison. Yeah. Here, There, Everywhere, love it. Love that song. Yellow Submarine, I already talked about that. She Said, love it. Experimental, kind of druggy tune. Good Day Sunshine, cute little song, I dig it. And Your Bird Can Sing, a good rockin' tune. And I love the Anthology version where you can tell John and Paul are high because they're laughing all the way through it. My favorite song off the album, For No One. Brilliant. Love it. Dr. Roberts, cool. I Want to Tell, that's an okay, I mean, that's a Harrison song, I Want to Tell You, but it's okay. Don't hate it. Gotta Get You Into My Life, love it. And I love, for me, the highlight of that horrible Sgt. Pepper's movie was Earth, Wind and Fire doing that, and of course Aerosmith doing Come Together was pretty badass. And then of course the game-changing Tomorrow Never Knows. I mean, experimental loops, beautiful, awesome song, trippy. This is a brilliant album. That's why it's at number 2. So you know my number 1 is Rubber Soul, and it has been for like ever, you know. And what I was telling you before, my favorite song, tied with Day in a Life, is In My Life. That song, man, the lyrics, the sentiment, it just grips my soul, man. I love that song. Drive My Car is just, if Arthur Fonzarelli was a song, it'd be Drive My Car. That song just oozes cool. Norwegian Wood, there, John Lennon is like, he gets that sitar, it's kind of like him saying, look, George, this is how to play a sitar in a pop song. Not your fucking overblown, please don't let me, please don't let, oh my God, that one. I want to stand in front of John Lennon December 8th, 1980, if instead of hearing that song on a loop. You Won't See Me, love it. I got McCartney to see, I got to see him do that live. Nowhere Man, what a song. Harmonies, beautiful, just gorgeous tune. Think for Yourself, not bad. It's a Harrison song, I dig it. Michelle, My Belle, love it. What Goes On, that's a Ringo song that John and McCartney wrote. I'm Looking Through You, love it. In My Life, as I said, the best. Wait, that's a grower. I used to not like that song. I dig it now, but it's one of my least favorites. If I Needed Someone, this one I like. This is my favorite Harrison song on here. I dig it. And Run for Your Life, a song that John Lennon hated. I loved it, man. So there you go. That is my ranking. And, you know, what I was saying before, I love Ringo Starr, man. I like him more than Harrison. Rest in peace, George Harrison. Very big part of the Beatles. All four of them, equal component of making that shit happen. But when it comes to who is my favorite Beatle, McCartney or John, that's really tough. I would have to go with John. But after the Beatles, I'd say Paul McCartney had the best solo career out of the four. My opinion. Then John, but you know, John, to me, it's a shame that he died when he died, because I think if John would have lived, he could have, I think he had the potential of overthrowing McCartney as far as better albums, more popular albums, because Double Fantasy showed a lot of good signs of watching the wheels and, you know, Losing You. There was some good shit. That, to me, was my favorite John Lennon. Yeah, I like some of the earlier stuff, but man, it's all hit and miss with me. I mean, there's some great songs in the Lennon solo thing, but then there's a lot that I just don't care for, you know. But and Ringo, loved his solo stuff. George, not so much. I know All Things Must Pass is considered a classic, and more power to all you that think that. I tried, and I will continue to try, because maybe I will get it one day, just like I got the song Wait. So I'm not discounting it, and I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just saying Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna type stuff. Anyway, so there you go. So thank you so much, and check out Eddie Canistracci's YouTube page. He does some awesome rankings. He's done a rankings for Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and Motorhead, and he just did Oasis. He's a good dude, man. Very, what's the word? Charismatic. He's got that charisma, man. And that's it, everybody. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and click that notification bell. Bang, bang, pizza skulls. Stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob. Woo!